The Night of the Hunter uses common cinematic elements uniquely, including distinctive lighting, contrast of black and white, and an array of shots that add to the film's unusual nature. Looking at Movies describes cinematography as an intricate language that contributes to a movie's overall meaning as much as the story, mise-en-scène, and acting do. In this film, lighting contributes to how the audience feels about the characters and storyline. Long shadows are cast on the set and the characters, making the distinction between good and evil complex. The contrast of black and white further emphasizes the lighting. Combined with lighting and color, the type of shots used is another prominent but significant element that draws the viewer into the story. These elements make each scene stand out, striking the audience's eyes. The long shots are used more sparingly than medium shots and close shots to emphasize the setting. The first long shot that stood out is after Ben got arrested and his family is left in the driveway, abandoned by their protector and left with a massive secret. As Harry slyly forces himself into their lives to find the money, John is suspicious of his intentions and does whatever he can to keep Harry away from his family and the money. The viewer knows Harry's intentions are not good, but are unsure how far he will go until he murders Willa, seemingly not long after they marry. In the shot leading up to her death, Willa is under a spotlight while Harry is completely shaded. The cinematographer Stanley Cortez explains how he wanted to explain to the audience that death is imminent and to connect the audience to the scene through lighting, which is a unique experience. The medium shot of Willa underwater with her hair floating up in the river illustrates how helpless she is and almost gives peace to her character in the end. Throughout the film, close-ups of Harry's knuckles are used to complicate the distinction between good and evil, as well as love and hate. There is also a lot of religious symbolism and dialogue used throughout the film to show how Harry manipulates religion to justify his actions and win over the likeness of people around him. In the beginning, he is in jail and is shown praying with the knife in his hands, then again before killing Willa. Harry is also always shown in the dark, shadowed light, unlike the good characters in the film. After Harry finds out where the money is, it is obvious he will not stop until he gets it. The children can barely escape after he chases them around the house into the river. He comes after them on horse, following them everywhere. The children arrive at a farm to get some sleep. In a long shot, the viewer is shown a shadowed landscape that still does not look safe. As John and Pearl sleep, Harry comes down the road, singing on his horse like a silhouette in the night. Soon after, the hungry and exhausted children find safety in a brightly highlighted house far from home. Miss Cooper and her other children are depicted as safe in contrast to Harry. She cares for them, gives them all the food and love they could want, and she is illuminated throughout these scenes. Harry arrives at where the children have been staying and threatens Miss Cooper with his return. Her bravery stands up to him as he returns at night. Protecting her children, Miss Cooper is depicted as a heroic mother, not even shaken by his presence. The lighting throughout the ending scene continues to depict Harry as evil, and Miss Cooper as the savior. In the end, Harry is taken away by the police, and the children live happily with Miss Cooper and her other children. The Night of the Hunter can be compared to Shadow of a Doubt. Both films use the theme of good versus evil to inform the viewer's opinion of the characters who seem good in the beginning. Shadow of a Doubt also uses shadows and light to depict the characteristics of Uncle Charlie, a serial killer that his family once loved. While Shadow of a Doubt shows how innocence is eventually corrupted, The Night of the Hunter tries to maintain the innocence of John and Pearl, since in the end they are placed in a good home. In conclusion, The Night of the Hunter utilizes its unique cinematography through lighting, contrast, and shot composition to enhance the film's complex themes and emotions. The use of shadows and black and white imagery blurs the lines between good and evil, creating a heightened sense of ambiguity that keeps the audience captivated. Stanley Cortez's mastery in visual storytelling, combined with religious symbolism and the stark contrast between characters, adds depth to the narrative. From Willa's tragic death to the children's harrowing escape and eventual rescue, the film's visual language powerfully complements its exploration of morality, manipulation, and salvation. Ultimately, the careful integration of these cinematic elements leaves a lasting impression, solidifying The Night of the Hunter as an enduring masterpiece.